All right, so obviously I'm really into fitness, but I'm also really into faith. So I've been spending a lot of time kind of coming up with ideas of how to kind of combine the two. And I want to talk to you about kind of seeing faith through a fitness lens, I guess. So I wanted to relate it to bodybuilding. So you see the competitor come up on stage and he's hitting his poses or whatever, and you're like, dang, like this guy's huge, he's proportioned really well. He's got all the striations, he's just jacked. He's up there like looking so like peak male performance up there on stage. And you're seeing this, but you're seeing the finished product. You're not seeing the years and years of dedication that it took, the countless reps, the countless meals, the hours of sleep, the over and over again, the repetitions that it took to get to that point. You're seeing the Chris Bumsteads or whatever when they're on stage, peak athleticism, like just in full condition, but you're not seeing the grind that goes into it. And it's kind of the same way when you see somebody who's really mature in their faith. It didn't happen overnight. And you can see that person and be like, dang, that's so inspiring. I wish I could be like that person. But you didn't see the hours and hours that they spent in prayer, in the word, the hours they spent falling, backsliding, the challenges that they had to face to build up their maturity in their faith. And I think it's really cool to look at that and be like, often we see people and we see the best presentation of them, and especially people that we look up to, and we're like, dang bro, like I'm trying to get there. But you have to realize that it takes time, to have something that's worthwhile. It takes time to build something up like that. And I just thought that was a really cool comparison, between, kind of this fitness aspect that I really love, but also this faith aspect, and kind of bringing them together. So I hope this kind of made sense to some of you guys. But yeah.